Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for the Payday 3 news update where we're looking at this week's weekly dev blog for Operation Medic Bag. We're up to number 22 already and we're talking about Consumables, which is a new system coming to Payday 3 in the next patch update, which seems to most likely be coming next month in August since we know there's not one coming in July. So I'll briefly run you through how the consumable system's going to work, offer my thoughts on it and wrap it up because it's quite a short blog and there's not too much to get from it. It just gets to the point and finishes. So thank you very much to Starbreeze for sending me the blog early so it can go out as soon as the blog goes live for everybody. But I do just want to say before this video starts very quickly, thank you to everybody who watched the Almir interview that went out last Saturday. If you've not caught it yet, go and check it out on my channel, leave a link on screen, provided my memory doesn't fail me. But it's already outperformed the Almir interview from last year in about 6 days. So that's insane. Thank you all very much. I'm glad that you all got as much out of it as I did. But apart from that, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, if you don't already know, we're trying to get to 40,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And there's a lot of people who watch these videos who aren't currently subscribed, more than half of you in fact. So if you're already watching all of my videos, why not press the button? It's quick, it's free, and it helps support me. There's a rhyme. If the rhyme isn't enough to get a subscribe, I don't know what is. But either way, let's talk about the consumable system. Mio briefly runs us through how this system's going to work. There is a GIF here that I'm going to run you through in just a minute. I've been sent it separately because this is a screenshot of the blog. It's not actually gone live yet. But the consumable system is a fairly straightforward system and it slots naturally into existing gameplay, and you can see how it does that via the HUD here. There's an extra slot in your inventory now next to your gadget, tool and deployable where you can pick up either first aid kits or armor repair kits. And the idea is to allow you to pick up these things and carry them around, drop them in more useful situations, in more useful locations whenever your teammates actually need them. But there are a few limitations to how the system's going to work. So whenever you pick up either a first aid kit or an armor repair kit, you're locked into picking up that type until you've dropped all the ones you're carrying. So if you pick up one first aid kit, you can't then combine it with an armor repair kit. It's just one of whatever you're carrying, and then you can stack on top of it. You can carry up to 3 of them at the moment, but there will be a skill when the system launches in this next update that will allow you to increase the capacity by 2. So with the right skill, whatever that is, because they've not told us, that will allow the maximum to go up to 5 first aid kits or 5 armor repair kits. And that makes a lot of sense considering the most you can get from trading a hostage is 5 armor repair kits or 5 first aid kits. So I think that's a good number to have a build up to at a maximum, but even at base 3 is pretty good. But they are also looking at allowing different consumable capacities for different armor types. So in other words, if you carry heavier armor, your maximum amount of consumables you can carry will increase. But unfortunately, they've said they can't guarantee this will be in the game when the system launches next update, but they'll try and get it out as soon as they can. I would really hope they get it in at the same time. I think things like this, just my personal opinion, if you're going to launch a system and you have intended ideas for how it should work, all those ideas should come out at the same time and just say it's coming out in one of the future updates if you couldn't get everything ready for August and drop it in September instead. But that's just my take. That's me really finding a nitpick in what is a really cool system. I do really like the sound of this and I think it does sound like it's going to be very interesting for gameplay. But they've said they'll hope it'll make players a bit more durable and normal armor builds more practical, especially since they've said now that they're not making changes to any difficulties to compensate for it. Instead, they're going to wait until year 2 of updates to look at the higher difficulties and perhaps make them more challenging, which makes sense. I really think, especially after the loud modifiers was their attempts to try and make things harder, and in my personal opinion, it really didn't do much apart from the odd one like combat duo, which, I mean, personal take, should just be an overkill generally. I think it would make overkill more challenging. Point being, the loud modifiers didn't really accomplish anything, and I'd rather they just don't try and throw things at the wall. Not saying that was, but I think they're better just leaving it and waiting a little bit, getting more updates out the door, and then really looking at difficulties later. I think right now they should prioritize keeping things fun until you've got more content out the door and got more players back in. Then you can refine it. So waiting for year 2, good move in my opinion. But like I said, there is a GIF so you can see this system in action. So you can see here, picked up an armor repair kit, drop it down. So you pick it up rather than using it, put it on the floor, and it will take it out of your slot in the corner here. So fairly standard system, works fairly well. Not much else to say beyond that. It's just a cool addition that's going to come, like I said, in the next update, which is most likely going to be in August. So stay tuned for that. But that's everything in the dev blog for today. I hope you're enjoying the Mask Mania event, as that's still going on at the time this video goes up. There's about 2 days left on it. Although at the minute, it's looking like none of the masks are going to get unlocked because the shark mask is the current winner. And at the time of recording, yeah, the sharks only just pulled over a third of the progress in 3 days when there's 2 left. That's not ideal. So I think either Starbreeze will reduce the requirements at some point, or they'll have some kind of backup in place. I highly doubt that they're going to let all 4 masks go to hardcore challenges because that was never the point. And they said in their blog that 2 was supposed to be easily unlocked. So we'll see. But I will save my full thoughts on Mask Mania for another video next week once the event's ended, because I have a lot of thoughts on how I think this event could have been better, even though I do still think it was a pretty good idea. But we'll save that for later. So thank you all very much for watching this video. I'll see you all, as I said, next week with more content. If you haven't seen me streaming on Twitch, you can see me playing Payday 3 tonight about 7 PM UK time. That's BST. Over at twitch.tv/RedarchiLive. Feel free to come hang out and watch me on a more chill fashion. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all very soon with some new videos. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good weekend.